Hello guys, and welcome back to my video. Thank you for joining me on today's video. On today's video, we're talking about the natural ways of inducing contractions, inducing labor. Yes, before we go into this video, please, a disclaimer: I am not a medical practitioner. These natural ways are based solely on mine and friends' experiences on bringing on labor. You know, when you don't carry belly, you don't tire. Okay, you're looking for different ways, different things to do to bring on labor. Okay, let it be out there that I am not illegal. I am not a medical practitioner. Okay, right before we go right into this video, please, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy my video or videos like this, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and then always leave a comment. I just want to see your comments. Thank you. Okay, let's delve right into today's video. Okay, the very first way of bringing on labor naturally. But before we go into it, most times it is best that you leave your baby in to go as far as he or she can go in your womb before you try to induce labor. Leave your baby to stay like more than 39 weeks before you try to. Baby can stay in the tummy, in the womb, for up to 42 weeks. You can leave him or her to go as far as that. But if you, like every other mama, gets tired or just want to have your baby, leave the baby in the womb for at least 39 weeks. At least 39 weeks. Because even at 39 weeks, I know some baby comes before that 39 weeks, but even at 39 weeks, babies, organs of babies are still developing. They can still benefit from the mother. They can still get nutrients from the mother. The organs can still develop more. So it's best to leave the baby at least for 39 weeks. And most mothers are scared of leaving their babies in the womb till 42 weeks because then baby might get extra big, or the placenta gets old. The placenta has been working for 42 weeks. By 42 weeks, the placenta will be old and hardly carries nutrients from the mother to the baby. Thereby, the baby might start looking, being underfed. Yes, for lack of proper words, underfed. So, and again, to avoid interventions like CS, because sometimes when labor doesn't come naturally, the doctors, they start giving you the option of trying for CS. There's nothing wrong with having a CS, but most mothers try to avoid CS because of the longer time it takes to heal, and sometimes the complication that arises from CS. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happened to me. If you have not watched my video of my CS story, part 1 and the part 2 of it, I will link it down below in my description box. Do well to watch it. Yeah, that's why most people avoid CS. It's not as if they're trying to feel superior, or they're trying to prove a point. No, most people actually take into consideration the complications that might arise after a CS, or the longer time it takes to heal too. So, okay, the first natural way of inducing labor and bringing on contraction is through some foods. There are some foods when you eat, it irritates the digestive system and brings about uterine contractions. Okay, the aim is to soften the cervix, when the cervix becomes soft, and your labor, your contraction start, it easily goes from down here to up here. Your labor doesn't prolong. Pineapple, you don't have to just take one. Some people say pineapple doesn't work. It won't work if you just take just one. And you don't have to wait to your EDD, your expected dates, due dates, before you start taking your pineapple. You might start like 2 weeks before or even 3 weeks before, so that by the time you take this pineapple continuously, your cervix gets softened, so that when contraction eventually comes, it's fasting that active stage of labor. Labor doesn't feel so long, so you can take some weeks before your due date and start eating the pineapple, because pineapple contains bromelain. When you eat a lot of this pineapple, it softens your cervix and prepares your body for labor and contraction, so that when labor eventually comes, it doesn't take too long. Just have to eat a lot of it though. Okay, then the next food that brings about labor naturally is dates. So you eat dates, a lot of dates in large quantities. Again, you start a few weeks before your due date, so you can start working. You don't have to take it 1 or 2 days before due date and expect it to do magic. No, you give it time, and so that you can see the results. Also, spicy food. When you take spicy food, this regular or frequent bowel movement causes the onset of contraction. So you might just start. Sometimes you hear people say, I just ate a bowl of hot peppery pepper soup, and the next in an hour's time I had my baby, or contraction started immediately. Spicy food helps to bring on contraction and labor naturally. Also, the next food or drink that helps to bring on contraction or labor is red raspberry leaf tea. You can get it from the grocery stores, from where you get your popular tea, your green teas, the same section where you get your green teas, your ginger teas, every sort of other teas you take. You can find it in the same section. This red raspberry leaf tea, it is not advisable to take it at the onset of um pregnancy. You start taking at 32 weeks, not before 32 weeks. You start with daily one tea bag daily, one tea bag daily, and gradually, when you get maybe 33 weeks, 34 weeks, you gradually increase the number of cups you take. You don't take 2 or 3 at the initial stage. You start taking one before you, from one you go into two, from two you go into three. Why we say 32 weeks? So that it gives your body time, it softens your cervix, and it even strengthens your uterus, so that when contraction is already studied, you can read about it, you can make research on about it, so that when contraction comes, your uterus is strong, and contraction is, as in labor, shortens. You don't experience prolonged labor. Labor is short, and your cervix it softens your cervix. It really helps in bringing on labor and contraction naturally, but you just have to start taking from 32 weeks. So by the time you get to your due date, it would already start doing its job. Another natural way of bringing on labor is exercise, walking. You know, when you're heavy, you are almost due, you don't really have the strength to carry yourself for any other exercise, but walking is safe and easy. You can just take a day, assuming you've gotten to your due date, or maybe past your due date, and there's no sign of labor, there's no sign of contraction, and you walk, or maybe you do business. You can just take a day or two out of your of your work time or your business time, and you dedicate those 2 days to working. Maybe after having your breakfast, you can walk from your house to a very long distance. You understand? Walk to a very long distance. You might stop a little, maybe have lunch on the way, continue walking. You can just take those 2 days and dedicate them to just walking. I assure you, it brings about labor and contraction naturally. Truly, it has been known to work. I did it the last time and it worked. A lot of people have testified that it really works. Just take out your time and then walk. You can have your music playing, or you can have a companion that you gist with while you walk. And then last but not the least is sexual intercourse brings about labor and contraction naturally. These are the ways you can bring about contraction and labor naturally at the safest, surest ones. I know any other one apart from this, I do not know. Most people want to take what is that oil? Castor oil, but I think that they said that one from research that it is dangerous. It can bring about very strong contractions, thereby putting the baby in distress. We don't want that. We just want something that is natural, that goes slowly, gradually, and builds up, so that you can be safe and your baby can be safe also. Whatever you do, make sure you leave your baby in at least for 39 weeks or even 40 weeks. You've already started. What is one more week to go? So that you can be safe and your baby can be safe too. Okay, if there's any other safe natural way of bringing on labor and contraction, please do well to leave it in the comment section so we can all learn. Please. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Please try to subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video or you enjoy my content or contents like this. See you on my next one. Bye.